here is the review of Transformers Hunt for the Decepticons Hailstorm. As you can see, in vehicle mode, he is what is called a multiple rocket launcher mode, or tank mode. And this is supposed to resemble a M270 MLRS. And it looks fairly nice looking. It does have a lot of green on it all around, with some camo paint on the sides of the front here, and also the sides of the missile launcher here. And he does have some silver painted in treads here, and some brown here on the bottom. And also on the front, he does have some black paint on, like, the grill here. And also on the insides of these things, he also has some, like, molded in detail on the insides of both of these things here. Which you can kind of see. There we go. You can see in there. And on the bottom, he does have some 4 little wheels here that helps him roll. And the missile launcher can rotate from left to right, and it can move up and down. And the missile launcher does have some clips, like clip points here on both of these here, so you can clip on any of the weapons that has a clip on them, so you can clip them on these things here to give him, like, more weapons on him in vehicle mode. And but before we get into robot mode, these 8 missiles do fire out, and to fire them, you come to the back and push on these red things here, and that will help fire the missiles. And they kind of do work sometimes. Some of them work and some of them don't. So now let me get these missiles back in real quick. So now let's get into robot mode. So to transform him, you want to take the missile launcher and bring it up, so that way you can take the front here and untap it. And bring it up. And the front here does also tap in from these two pegs into that hole right there. So you also want to untap these, and you also want to take these and bring these out. And you also want to take the cab here, and also this part here, and extend them out. And for his treads, you want to extend them out. So that way you can take the front part of the treads and bring them up. And that will bring up his elbows, and you want to bring his elbows down and collapse them in. And they do tap in from these pegs to these holes here. And you also want to take these things here, untap them and bring them up. And these tap into these pegs and these holes right there. And you also want to bring out his arms just a little bit, so that way you can take his waist here and bring it up, and it will tap into place. And you want to take the missile launcher and rotate it all the way around. And this will allow you to take his head, which is right here, push it through here, so that way you can flip it all the way out. And you also want to take his head here and collapse it all the way down from these two joints here. These two white joints here. And it will tap into place. And you can leave the missile launchers on the back like this if you want to. But what you need to do is you want to take this top part, untap it, and open it up so that way you can bring up the missile launchers and close this back up. And you also want to separate them and bring them out, and you also want to bring them down on these joints here, and this tab is going to go into that hole right there on both of these. And you're all done. And he looks really cool in robot mode. And I don't think I have any problems with it. Other than the fact that he is like a short little robot. But he does have some nice silver on his face here. And he does have some red eyes and some gold paint on his like forehead here. Some red paint on these things. Some like gunmetal gray here. And some black here. And he also has some gold on these things here, on his waist, and also on his feet here. And he does have more of that like brown plastic on the brown plastic coloring on his knees, which are like the ones on his treads. And he does have some silver here. And also some white on these things here. And on his arms, he does have some silver painted details here on both sides. As well as his hands are painted silver. And that's pretty much it for him. He just looks like a really cool robot mode. But for articulation, head is on a ball joint, and the base of the neck is on a hinge joint. arms do rotate all the way around. They can move in and out. He also has a ball joint at the elbow. And if you want to, you can like use that transformation joint too, if you want to. Ball joint at the legs. And I did not notice this until now, but he does also have a thigh swivel, which I did not know. I didn't know he had a thigh swivel before I started recording this video, because I thought his entire thighs here were just molded together. But no, he has a thigh swivel also. Knee. And his feet can pivot due to the transformation. And he does have a little bit of up and down on his feet. And that's it. And the only accessories that he comes with is, of course, the 2 missile launchers that you can still fire. But like I said, they sometimes work and sometimes don't. So, final thoughts. I really like him in both vehicle and robot mode, and I don't think I have any issues with it. But my only issue with him in both vehicle and robot mode is the missile launchers. the missiles themselves sometimes works and sometimes doesn't when you're trying to fire the missiles, because all they are is just pressure launched instead of spring loaded, which I would have liked if they were spring loaded and not pressure launched. But the rest of him looks really cool. And I didn't know he had a thigh swivel before I started recording the video, because I thought it was just molded together. But no, he has an actual thigh swivel. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. Transformers Hunt for the Decepticons Hailstorm. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.